All right. Good evening, Mr. Wei. And here, have you contacted your lawyer, Mr. Wei? Have you contacted your lawyer? Have you called your lawyer on the phone? Have you called your lawyer on the phone, Mr. Wei?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
Uh, I just talk to my wife.
very nice. You just talk to your wife. And after you discuss with your wife, how do you feel about your wife's answer, Mr. Webb? After you discuss with your wife, how do you feel about her answer?
I answer. I uh, I uh, I ask my wife uh, uh, about about the paperwork.
Very nice, very good. You say that you ask your wife about the paperwork. How do you feel about your wife's answer? Do you feel satisfied with your wife's answer, or you feel unsatisfied with her answer? So how do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel about her answer, Mr.
Uh, After I ask my wife, uh, I feel very excited.
You feel very what, Mr. Wang? You said something about,
Excited.
yeah, oh, right, excited. Very nice, all right. You said that you feel excited. And after that, what do you do next, Mr. Wang? What do you do after you question?
Uh, I know I have I have a office official labor booking labor contract.
Very nice, all right. You have an official labor contract. Yeah, contract. Mr. Wei, have you read your contract before you agree to work with your boss, Mr. Wei? Have you have you read?
Or I read the paperwork. So I want to talk with my teacher
Oh,
uh, about about um, the employment detail.
very nice. Okay, you said that you were gonna discuss, okay, with me on the employment details. All right, let's talk about employment, Mr. Wei. How
I think uh, we can uh, study tomorrow.
Very nice. We can study tomorrow. So here, Mr. Wei, this evening, have you gone out or done anything with your wife this evening? What do you do with your wife? All right, like, do you take your wife around the la city, or do you drive your wife, okay, to the
Oh
supermarket?
no,
Where?
I am I will take my wife go to the city um, next uh,
Next?
next next 2 day next week
Oh, to um.
Monday.
I understand. I understand. So you should say that you will take your wife to get to Dallas City, okay, next Monday. Next Monday, right?
Next Monday.
Yeah,
Yes.
next Tuesday, next Monday, for
I
example.
uh, I uh, I go to that city to uh, to check my body,
You say that you go to Dallas
check
City.
health, check
Oh,
healthy.
all right. I know. So you should say that you have a health check. I'm going to Dallas City to have a health check, right? A health check.
Check.
Health check, all right. We have the
Yes.
word health. check, the health check. And Mr. Wei, okay, if you go to Dallas City, do you plan, okay, to reserve a room, okay, to stay 1 night or 2 nights in Dallas City, or you just go there, okay, to have a health check and then you come home? What will we do,
I
Mr. Wei?
after I check my health, I will come back my home.
Oh, very nice. All right. Okay, I understand everything that you say. And how long have you been married, Mr. Wei? How long have you been married? How long have you been married, Mr. Wei? How long have
Uh,
you
I I get married um, uh, get married
did you get married? Okay.
around uh, a years.
All right. Oh, I get married. We don't say get married. We should say that I am married. You are married
I
for
am
eight
married
years. If you say get,
của còn cái uh, marry marriage certificate cái chữ.
a marriage certificate. Marriage certificate. After you marry your wife, you need to go to, okay, you need to go to a government department to sign a marriage certificate. After you sign a marriage certificate, okay, everybody will know that you are husbands and wives. So can you guess the Vietnamese meaning of the word marriage certificate? What does it mean?
Yeah.
People say, okay, marriage certificate, Mr. Wei.
I I think I think they they will they will ask me about problem
Very
about this problem.
Oh, you think that they will ask you about this problem, right?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Wei, okay, can you show me the year when you married your wife? Which year did you marry your wife? Which year did you marry your wife, Mr. Wei? Which year did you marry your wife?
Uh, I forget. Uh, so I am
Yeah, you should check
I will
very
check it tomorrow.
Yeah, all right. Oh, very nice. All right. So you said that we will check this information tomorrow. We will check this information tomorrow, right, Mr. Wei?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Wei, how do you feel about your marriage, Mr. Wei? We don't say marry age. We don't pronounce this word marry age. We pronounce this word like marriage. All right, marriage. So here,
Mary.
yes, marriage. Now, marry, okay, for example, you marry your wife. You are married for 8 years. Your wife is married for 8 years. You marry your wife. And after that, you guys are gonna have marriage certificate, okay? We have the word like marriage certificate. So here,
Yes.
this is the word for us. Yeah. Number one, we have the word like marriage certificate. Here, gonna take the phone, right? And the next one, you are gonna have the word like marry. A marry B, A marry B, B marry C, or we can say that A is married to B. She is married to him. He is married to her. And if you want to talk about, okay, the number of years for which you are married, you can say that A is married, okay, A is married to B or with that too, okay. A is married for how many years, for example. So this is the way for you to use the word marry, all right? Marry is an action. You like that woman and you are going to marry that woman. And then after that, you can say that, oh, I am not single. I am not single. You can say that I'm not, okay, I'm not single. I'm not single. I am, okay, I am married. So when you say you are not single, it means you are married. And people are going to ask a question like, who are you married to? You are married to Mr. B or you are married to Miss A, for example. And how many years are you married? So here, okay, there is the question. And after you marry, okay, you are going to sign a marriage certificate. You had the word marriage certificate, something like this. All right, Mr. Wei. And here, Mr. Wei, how do you feel about your life right now? How do you feel about your life? How do you feel about your life, Mr. Wei? The present life, the
Hiện
current,
tại.
yeah. How do you feel about your current life, Mr. Wei? Oh, no, no, no. So how do you feel about your current life, Mr. Wei? Could you show me? Let's go.
Your life.
Yeah, life. Life. For example, you can say,
Uh,
yeah.
yes, I know, I know.
Right? So how do you feel about your current life, Mr. Wei? How do you feel about your current life? Mr. Wei, please.
Current life.
Current life, it means the present life, the present life, the life in the present. These days, how do you feel about your life these days? How do you feel about your life, okay, recently? How do you feel about your life these days? So that, okay, that word means currently, all right? So here, Mr. Wessel, show me the answer, please. How do you feel about your current life? How do you
Current.
current, the present, not the past, not the future. That is current. When you say something is current, it means something is in the present. In the present, which means today, not tomorrow, not in the past. So that is current. The current life, it means the life in the present. The current life means in the present. The current life is not the past life. The current life is not the future life. So can you guess the Vietnamese meaning of current? What does it mean, current
Uh,
in English? Current,
Parent. Current, the same parent.
yes, the same as present. So how do you feel about your present life? How do you feel about your current life? How do you feel about your
Or,
current life? We have the word current as present. So how do you feel about your current life, Mr. Wei?
uh, I feel my life, my current life, yeah, well, well, current life is comfortable.
Yeah, you feel that okay, your current life is comfortable. Your current life is comfortable. And here, Mr. Wei, comfortable. Okay. Have you finished packing your suitcase, Mr. Wei? Have you finished packing your suitcase?
Uh, no, I don't. Um, I am. I will prepare uh, point 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 to point I go to the airport.
Before, right? Before. Well, it was before and after. Before and after.
Uh,
So what do you pack? What do you have in your suitcase, Mr. Wei? What do you have in your suitcase? What do you bring with you, Mr. Wei, please? What do you bring?
Uh, I bring um, uh, a little glove and and uh, paperwork.
Okay, and who helps you to pack these kinds of things? Who helps you to pack these kinds of stuff, Mr. Will? Who helps you to pack these kinds of stuff? Who? Who helps you, all right? Who helps you to pack these kinds of stuff? Stuff, the same as the word thing in English. So, yeah, who helps you to pack these kinds of stuff, Mr. Will?
My wife helped me.
All right, you said that your wife helps you. Very nice. And here, Mr. Wei, do you still have your Vietnamese ID, Mr. Wei? Do you still have your Vietnamese ID? Do you still have your Vietnamese ID? Vietnamese ID.
Still,
Do you still have your Vietnamese ID, or you okay, or you just put away your Vietnamese ID before you come to the airport? So do you still have okay a Vietnamese ID? Still okay,
uh,
still.
I I have I have Vietnamese IDs.
All right. And where do you keep your paperwork, Mr. Wei? Do you have a folder or a bag to keep your paperwork? Where do you keep your paperwork? Where do you keep your paperwork?
I keep the paperwork in inside the pack.
All right, very nice. You said that you keep it inside the bag. All right, Mr. Wei. Here, okay, after you land in the airport, after you land in Hong Kong, we know that you have a stop station during a flight to Canada. There is one stop station in the flight to Canada, right? How many stop stations are there in the flight to Canada, Mr. Wade? How many
Uh,
stop stations are there in the flight to Canada?
I
Yeah. How many stop stations?
I I I I I will stop station um, uh, one time one time one time in Hong Kong.
Very nice. Okay. You will stop at Hong Kong. You will stop in Hong Kong. Sorry, you will stop in Hong Kong. But here I'm asking about the number of stop stations. We cannot directly fly to Canada. We need to stop at a station. So here I'm asking about the number of stop station. I'm not asking about the place, okay, of your stop. So how many stop stations will you have in a flight to Canada? How many stop stations will you have in a flight to Canada, Mr. Wang? Here we'll have the question like this.
Uh, I think I stop station one time.
Yeah. How many stop stations are there, right? Are there in a flight to Canada? To Canada. You can answer something there. So this is the question about this is the question about the number of stops or the number of stations. We can say that there are three stations, or there is only one stop in a flight to Canada. So here, when you hear this question, they are asking by using the question word, how many? When they ask you, okay, by using this word, how many, you should show them the number. One stop or two stops or three stops. Usually people will have two stops. First, they stop in Hong Kong. Second, they will stop in Singapore before they fly to America. USA. So here, how many stops? You should say that, oh, I only have one stop in a flight to Canada. All right. All right. And here, Mr. Wayne, you have said that you stop at Canada, or you stop at Hong Kong. You stop in Hong Kong. We use the word stop. Okay, we don't say stop station. The word stop station, okay, stop station, Vietnamese, okay. This is a place and this is a name for you to call a place where you stay for only a short time before you get on a plane again and you fly to Canada. So the word stop station means trạm dừng chân, okay? Trạm dừng, trạm dừng. Or we can say trạm dừng chân in English. Trạm dừng chân. All right. So your stop is an action, but stop station is a name. It is a name, right, Mr. Wayne? Please remember this one. Okay, so we have a next question like this. Okay, how do you know Canadian restaurants, Mr. Wayne? How do you know the Canadian restaurant? How do you know the Canadian restaurant? That they are employing and you apply for a job in Canadian like this. So how do you know this Canadian restaurant, Mr. Wade? How do you know this Canadian?
uh,
Yes.
I know the restaurant, the rest Canadian restaurant. Uh, um, uh, uh,
Yeah. You know, okay.
uh, for me, idea.
Oh, you say that. Oh, I understand. Okay, you want me to help you with ideas, right, Mr. Wade? Okay, so here you can say that
Yeah.
I know the Canadian restaurants. Okay, I know the Canadian restaurant by looking for a job on the website. I try to look for jobs on the website, and I have found the Canadian restaurants news. Okay, so here we can say that look for jobs on the website. We have the word look for job on the website. For example, you can say something like this. How do you know? How do you know? How do you know the Canadian okay, restaurant is employing? So you can say, okay, the idea is,
Yeah.
yeah, you look for a job, right?
Yeah.
You search, okay, you look for, okay, you search, you search, you search for job news on the internet, okay, and then okay, you find employment, you find employment news, you find international international employment news. Như vậy làm sao mà mình biết được cái nhà hàng ở Canada đang tuyển dụng thì làm sao mình biết được? Thì ở đây mình có thể nói rằng là mình biết được cái nhà hàng nó đang tuyển dụng là tại vì tôi tìm việc và tôi giống như là tôi tôi tìm việc trên Google và tôi thường đọc những cái thông tin.
Nó có hỏi mình trang nào không teacher?
Nếu mà nó hỏi trang thì coi như là bây giờ anh quay phải tìm ra một cái trang đó là cái trang mà tuyển dụng mà của bên kia á. Mà
Chắc
thường
cái đó là chắc mình phải hỏi anh trai đăng ở bên đó trước mà.
đúng rồi anh Hoa, anh trai sẽ có một cái anh trai thường hay đăng tin tuyển dụng ở trên cái trang đó đó, thì mình chỉ cần lấy cái tên của trang
Đúng rồi teacher.
đó. Cái này là problem. Okay, this is the problem. I'm gonna the color. I'm gonna change the font and the highlight. Okay, well, so this is the problem. Cái này em ghi problem để cho anh quay nhớ tìm cái thông tin này từ anh trai hoặc là từ mọi người. All right. So here, Mr. Wade. Okay, so here we get on the plan. Before you get on the plan, what should you bring with you, Mr. Wade? Before you get on the plan, before, okay, you just get on the plan. What do you need to bring with you? What do you need to bring with you?
Oh, I bring uh, I bring a ID,
Very nice. Bring
uh,
an ID,
idea, the passport,
passport, nice.
passport, and and
And
uh,
the
passport.
invitation letter, Mr. Wade. The invitation letter, cái gọi là cái gì ta? Cái đơn cái thư mời của nhà tuyển dụng.
Oh, cái um, letter of uh, uh, introduction,
Very good. The letter of invitation. Invitation, Mr. Wade. We have the
invitation.
what do you bring? What do you bring with you? What do you bring with you? All right. So here you say that you need to bring an ID. Okay, ID. Can you show me the long word of ID? What is the long word of ID, Mr. Wade? The long word is not just an abbreviation. This is a short word. Here we can say that an identity card. All right, identity card or identification card, for example. And Mr. Wayne, why do you carry an ID with you? And which country is this ID, Mr. Wayne? Why do you carry an ID with you? And which country is this ID? Mr. Wayne, please. Why do you carry an ID with you? And which country is this ID? Which country is this ID? Let's go, Mr. Wayne. So why do you carry an ID with you, Mr. Wayne? Why do you carry an ID with you? Why do you carry an ID with you, Mr. Wade? Why?
Uh, I am. I must. Uh, I must. I must carry my idea to prove myself.
Now, to prove yourself. To prove yourself. What do you want to prove, Mr. Wade? What do you need to prove about yourself? What do you need to prove?
I. Uh, um, I. I must prove my myself for for
For what? You prove yourself.
for for government.
Very good. You need to prove yourself to the government. But what do you need to
To the
prove
government.
about yourself, Mr. Wade? What do you need to prove about yourself? Do you want to prove you are an American person, or you want to prove you are a Vietnamese person? Why do you need to bring an ID with you? And what do you need to prove by ID, Mr. Wade? What do you need to prove to the government? What do you need to prove to the government, Mr. Wade? Mấy ông nội hải quan mấy ông nội thì hỏi mấy ông nội mấy ông gọi là mấy ông có nội luôn, hỏi nhiều câu gọi là nó ở đâu đâu đó. Hỏi nhiều câu như là một đứa trẻ mà hỏi những cái gì mà nó là sự thật mà người ta nói rằng là đó là sự thật rồi, có cái gì đâu mà để hỏi. Tại vì mình hỏi những cái mình đâu biết trả lời đâu. Nhưng hỏi tại sao bạn mang cái ID này để làm gì, thì thường nếu mà gọi mình không biết đường trả lời người ta sẽ thắc mắc tại sao biết là sắp sửa bay nhưng mà tại sao lại biết là mình đang bay ra sân bay quốc tế từ Tân Sơn Nhất ra sân bay quốc tế, nhưng mà tại sao mà biết là lịch trình bay, biết là mang những giấy tờ này mà không biết cái công dụng của những giấy tờ này đó. nó sẽ thiên về gọi là sự thật hiển nhiên. Thì khi mà anh quay nói về cái ID á, thì tại sao mình mang ID, thì đúng là mình nói là tôi cần chứng minh bản thân tôi, nhưng mà bản thân nói như vậy thì nó nghe nặng lắm, giống như là người ta không rõ là mình chứng minh cái gì. Thì mình nói là mình cần chứng minh, ok, mình là người Việt Nam, mình cần chứng minh bản thân là chứng minh cái gì, what do you need to prove, ok, you said that you prove yourself, or what do you want to prove about yourself, mình cần chứng minh cái gì. Thì tôi chứng minh là tôi là người Việt Nam, tôi là người Việt Nam, mà đây là đây là cái gì ta, cái ticket, cái flight ticket của tôi, đây là cái vé máy bay của tôi. Thì cái vé máy bay này, cái vé máy bay này tôi muốn bay tại Tân Sơn Nhất, ok, thì tôi phải có ID, người ta sẽ kiểm tra cái ID của tôi, cái vé vé máy bay, ok, nó ok, tôi mua máy bay, ok, bằng ok, bằng cái số căn cước công dân, hay và hoặc là tôi mua máy bay bằng hộ chiếu. Và bây giờ tôi, ok, tôi mang theo để an toàn, lỡ mà staff của airport, ok, người ta có hỏi là cái ID của bạn đâu, thì người ta có thể scan cái ID của tôi để biết rằng là tôi là người Việt Nam, và cái thông tin mà trên cái tờ vé này, là đúng là của tôi. Đó là nó sẽ là như vậy. So here, why do you need to bring an ID with you, and what do you, okay.
And I can say I use in Vietnam.
Yes, very good. Okay, I use ID in Vietnam. All right, Mr. Wei. And who book? Okay, who books the flight ticket for you, Mr. Wei? Who books the flight ticket for you? Who books the flight ticket
My spot book flight ticket to me
for me? For me. Very nice. Your boss books a
for
flight for you. Mr. Wei, okay, he books the flight tickets by, okay, transferring money to you, and then you buy, okay, the tickets online in Vietnam, or your boss books and buys the tickets online in Canada, Mr. Wei. Does your boss trans
oh,
yeah, so they like this?
uh, the the boss book flight ticket uh, uh, in uh, on Canadian online.
Very nice. Okay, you say the your boss books, okay, the flight tickets in Canada online. Okay, online in Canada. Very nice. So you have nothing to do with it, right, Mr. Webb? You have nothing to do with the flight ticket, don't you? You have nothing to do with the flight ticket, right? So my question here is, you have nothing to do with the flight ticket. Là bạn have là có, nothing là không có cái gì cả. Vậy bạn không, giống như là bạn không có làm cái gì với lại bạn không cần làm gì với cái vé máy bay, đúng không? You have nothing to do with the flight ticket, don't you? Okay, so here when you say that I have everything, tôi có tất cả, I have nothing, tôi không có gì cả. Ở đây I have nothing to do with the flight ticket. Tôi không có cần làm cái gì với cái vé máy bay cả. I don't need to do anything with the flight ticket. Or I can say I have nothing to do with the flight ticket. All right, Mr. Wei. And here, Mr. Wei, do you come to the airport alone or with your family? Do you come to the airport alone or with your family?
Or I am I go to the airport with my wife.
Or you go to the airport with your wife. All right, Mr. Wei. And how, okay,
Yes.
uh, do you bring any sweaters or jackets with you? Do you bring any sweaters or jackets with you, Mr. Wei? Do you bring
Or I must bring a jacket because in Canada is very cold.
very good, okay, because it's very cold in Canada, in Canada. And here, Mr. Wei, okay, did you bring anything illegal? Do you bring anything illegal in the suitcase? Illegal. Do you bring anything like weapons, guns, or bombs, all right, or heroin? or drugs in your suitcase? Mr. Wayne, do you bring anything illegal, such as weapons, guns, bombs, heroines, drugs in your suitcase, Mr. Wayne? So here, all right. We'll have a look at the next question. Yeah. So here, do you bring, okay? Do you bring anything illegal? Anything illegal in your anything illegal such as okay, such as weapons, okay, weapons, drugs, okay, heroines, okay, heroines, for example, heroin, bombs, okay, in your suitcase. Yes or no, Mr. Wade? In your suitcase.
Heroin.
Yeah. So here they use the word like illegal, illegal, right? So do you bring anything illegal to the airport, Mr. Wade?
I don't dare. I don't dare bring anything shoot heroin
Yeah, but
bomb.
oh, okay. So here you don't bring anything, okay, weapons. You don't bring anything dangerous like this. Very good. On here, Mr. Wei, okay. Before you come to the airport, did you take any medicines or are you on medication, Mr. Wei? Before you come to the airport, did you take any kinds of medicines before you come to the airport? Did you take
Uh,
any kinds of medicine?
I I will don't don't bring don't bring uh, the medicine.
Oh, very nice.
I just bring the clothes.
Oh, you don't bring medicines. But here I'm not asking about bringing. I'm not asking about okay, carrying. I'm asking about taking. Do you take medicine before you come to the airport, Mr. Wei? Do you take medicines? Are you sick? Are you sick or ill?
Uh,
Okay.
uh, I can I can I can take medicine uh, because I am I am I dare uh, I'm 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 a stomach.
Oh, oh, you want to be safe. You should say that I want to be safe, so I will bring some medicines with me. But here, my question here is, I'm not asking about bringing, Mr. Wei. I'm asking about do you take medicines? It means uống thuốc, right? It's not about mang thuốc là chữ thuốc. So this is about uống thuốc. So do you take medicines before you fly? For example, or you can say that, oh, I'm having a cold, or I'm having a headache or a stomach ache, or I'm having a fever. And that is why I need to take medicines before I come to the airport. So here we have the word take medicines before flies. Or okay, we have the next question that is okay, that is are you on medication? Are you on medication before you come to the airport, before you come to the airport? So here we have the word on medication. It means that you are sick and you have to take medicines. That is on medication. Here, okay, bạn có uống thuốc trước khi bạn đến sân bay không? Hay là bạn có uống những cái thuốc gì trước khi bạn bay không? Hay là bạn có đang điều trị bệnh gì trước khi bạn đến sân bay không? Thì ở đây thì nó đang muốn kiểm tra về cái độ tỉnh táo của mình, giống như là mình có dùng những cái chất cấm gì không, hay là mình có uống những cái thuốc mà để cầm chừng hay không. Đó thì ở đây thì Mr. Wei cứ nói thẳng là no, okay, I am healthy. I am okay, I am very energetic. Tôi rất là energetic. We have to go like this. I am energetic. It means mình rất là khỏe. Okay? Vừa là healthy, vừa strong, okay? vừa vừa khỏe và vừa mạnh. và vừa kêu gọi là vừa vừa cảm thấy rất là vui hứng khởi trong lòng. Interested thì người ta sẽ dùng từ energetic. I am very energetic. It means I am healthy, I am strong, and I am interested. So okay, I don't take any kinds of medicines before I fly. Okay, but I am not on medication because I am healthy. I have very good health. I am strong. I am a man, so I don't take okay any kinds of medicines before I come to the airport. All right, Mr. Wei. And here, Mr. Wei, do you bring okay? Do you bring a health? Sorry, what is wrong? Do you bring a health an official health report with you, Mr. Wei? Do you bring an official health report with you? You say that you are healthy. Yeah, you say that you are healthy. So do you bring an official health report with you? Okay. Do you bring an official health report with you, Mr. Wade? You say that you are healthy. So do you bring an official health report with you? What do you have in hand to prove that you are healthy? You are not sick. What do you have? What paper should you show me? What paper should you show me? What document should you show me to prove that your health is stable, your health is in good condition? Here, can you say you should talk about you should talk about a, on a health a health check. You talk about you go to you should say that you go to the hospital to have a health check, right? I go to the hospital to have a health check, have a health check. Về đây mình đang có cái từ được gọi là do you bring any official, do you bring an official health report with you? Bạn có mang theo cái gọi là cái tờ giấy báo cáo về cái sức khỏe của bạn, cái tờ giấy chính thống. Khi mình dùng cái từ chính thức là khi mình nói về con người, còn nói về tài liệu thì anh quay sẽ dịch là chính thống. Bạn có mang theo cái tờ giấy nói về sức khỏe chính thống không? Tại vì bạn nói là bạn không có uống thuốc gì hết á, you say that you don't take medicines, bạn không có đang điều trị cái gì hết, you are not on medication, và bạn không có bệnh, you are not sick, thì bạn có cái document nào ok để chứng minh được sức khỏe của bạn không? Thì ở sân bay quốc tế là nói là phải chuẩn, tại vì mình đang mang quốc tịch Việt Nam, cho nên thì khi mà bị phỏng vấn là nó phỏng vấn khó gấp trăm ngàn lần so với những cái quốc tịch khác. Quốc tịch Việt Nam đang đang bị vô một cái sổ đen của thế giới rất là nhiều quá, Mr. Way, cho nên là mình phải cẩn thận. Thì ở đây nó hỏi là luôn luôn phải có proof, luôn luôn phải có evidence. Alright, do you bring any official health report with you? Thì ở đây mình nói mình không có bệnh gì hết, thì mình phải có được cái tờ giấy. Okay, what document, what document, what document, what paperwork, what paperwork do you have to prove your health? Mình có cái tờ giấy gì để chứng minh được cái sức khỏe của mình? Thì lúc này em qua nói oh okay, I bring the hospital, okay, I, uh, I, I, I I also bring okay the hospital health report with me. I'm going to show you this the hospital's health report. Thì ở đây thì những cái tờ giấy gì mà nó chứng minh được sức khỏe thì anh quay có mang theo cho nó an toàn. Thì ở đây nói về phần sức khỏe
Ồ,
là coi như sức khỏe đã tốt rồi visa.
mình có cái giấy đó mà.
Dạ. Oh, all
Ừ,
right.
mình có cái giấy đó vừa rồi mình đi xuống khám sức khỏe.
All right, Mr. Wei. So you said that you have a health, okay, a health report, and can you show me the place where, okay, the place which issues the health report for you? Can you show me the place which issues the health report for you, Mr. Wei? Can you show me? Can you show me? Can you show me the place, okay, which issues the health report for you? Mr. Webb, please. Can you show me the place which issues the health report for you? For me?
I don't remember.
Do you remember the name of the hospital or the name of the center that issues this report for you? Which hospital
uh,
issues this paper for you?
I will look at it again.
Oh, I will check it again. Very nice. Okay, so this is the problem. This is our next problem. Okay, very nice. All right, Mr. Wei, and here, okay, how do you feel about your dream to Canada? How do you feel about your dream to Canada, Mr. Wei? How do you feel about your dream? Do you feel okay, good, or do you feel okay, so sad because you need to leave Vietnam to come to Canada? So how do you feel about your dream to Canada, Mr. Wei?
Jim,
In the dream, okay, people say that, oh, I want to go to America. This is an American dream. I want to go to, okay, I want to fly to Canada. This is okay, a Canada dream. We have the word like American dream or Canadian dream, for example. Giấc mơ nghĩ, American dream. Cái từ này người ta dùng rất là nhiều. Giấc mơ nghĩ. Hoặc là Canadian dream, ok, Canadian dream. Giấc mơ Canada, ok, Canada dream. Hoặc là Australia dream, ok, Australia dream, giấc mơ Úc. Okay, for example, you want to go to Australia, you were gonna say that, oh, this is my Australia dream. Like, oh, this is my America dream because I want to fly to America. So how do you feel about your Canadian dream, Mr. Wade? How do you feel about your Canadian dream?
uh, uh, this uh, this is my dream.
Yeah, this is your dream. And how long have you worked to make this dream come true, Mr. Wade? How long have you worked to make this dream come true? How long have you worked to make this dream come true? How long? How long do you work for this dream? How long have you worked, okay? Have you worked to make this dream come true? Mr. Wade, please.
Oh,
Uh,
uh, I am. Uh,
yes, Mr. Wade.
I I uh, I lose. I lose mm, seven years.
Oh,
Uh, uh, I uh, I lose 7 years make this dream come true.
oh, we don't use the word lose for time. We should say that I spend. You lose something.
Oh, I
You
spend yes.
lose money, but you spend. I spent the 7 years on making this dream come true. Very good. And why don't you choose another country but Canada, Canada, Mr. Wade? Why don't you choose another country but Canada? Why don't you choose another country, Mr. Wade? Why don't you choose another country? Well, you can move. Okay,
Uh,
yeah.
I don't choose another country because I feel uh, um, um, uh, the uh, Canada is is the developed um, country.
Where, oh, right. You think that, okay, Canada is a developed country. Very nice. And do you know English well, Mr. Wade? Do you know English well, or you just know a little bit English? Do you know English well, Mr. Wade?
Oh, I am I feel do not well.
Oh, you don't know English well. Very nice. And here, Mr. Wei, how many languages do you do? How many languages do you speak? Because you say that you were going to work in a restaurant. So how many languages do you speak, Mr. Wei? How many languages do you speak? Can you speak Chinese, like or Japanese or Taiwanese, for example? How many languages can you speak? How many languages can you speak, Mr. Wei? And
I can speak two two language.
very nice. You said that you can speak two languages. Oh, okay. And can you show me the languages? What are the languages, Mr. Wei? What are the languages? What are the languages?
Um, Chinese language.
Oh, Chinese. Why do you study Chinese? Why don't you go to China? China is near is very near Vietnam, and you don't need to get a visa. You don't need to work hard for for a visa to China. So why don't you go to China? Why don't you go to China, Mr. Wei? Why don't you go to China but Canada? Why do you choose Canada? Why don't you go to China, Mr. Wei?
I am I don't choose China because China yeah um, China um, China China is developing.
Oh, very good. Okay, I understand. Okay. So you say that China is a developing country and Canada is a developed country. Very good. Không, mình đừng nói về chế độ nha ông ơi. Thì nói sơ sơ là nước phát triển, cái nước đang phát triển thôi. Chứ nói về phân biệt chế độ Cộng hòa hay là cái gì đó thì nó rất là kinh khủng. Mình né né mấy cái
I đang định anh định nói là China very bad.
đó. Don't say that. Okay, Mr. Wei. All right. So
I just say developing country.
yes, yeah. Okay, you should say that. It is a developing country. Very nice, Mr. Wei. And here, Mr. Wei, okay, why do you study Chinese? Why do you study Chinese, Mr. Wei? You go to Canada. People in Canada speak English, right? So can you show me the reason why you study Chinese? Why do you study Chinese?
Uh, I choose Canada, Trung Quốc, and experience in Canada.
Very good, right? Oh, you study Chinese to to work. Very nice, very nice. And Mr. Wei, you say that you are gonna move to Canada. You are gonna move to Canada. And do you plan on living in Canada for for the rest of your life, or you just come to Canada for work, Mr. Wei? Do you plan on living in Canada for the rest of your life? Do you plan? Did you make a plan on? Do you plan on living in Canada? Canada, Canada. Okay, for the rest of your life, for the rest of your life, or you just come to Canada to work and then to come back to Vietnam. What is your answer, Mr. Wei?
Or I think after I I I finished the labor contract. Uh, I can um, uh, find find out it
Oh,
or come back Việt Việt Nam.
very nice. Okay. So, okay, you said that you were going to find out about that and you were going to come back to Vietnam. Very nice. And here, Mr. Wei, you did work in Canada. How do you receive salary? Do you have a bank account, or do you want to receive your salary in cash? So how do you receive your salary when you work in Canada, Mr. Wei?
I think I receive receive the cash.
Oh, you want to receive your salary in cash, all right? Cash, not cash. Cash. E dọc mình,
Yes.
yeah. Cái này được gọi là e dọc, có nghĩa là mình đọc chữ em, cái miệng mình nó dọc xuống. Nên dọc rất là mỏi mới là đúng rồi. So here you should say, okay, how how do you receive your salary? Salary, the salary. So yeah, I receive my salary in cash. What don't you get? Why don't you register for a bank account for yourself, Mr. Wade? Why don't you register for a bank account? Why don't you register
Uh,
an account?
I will um will my boss support me
Oh, your boss
to make a cash.
to make a cash? Are you sure? Cash or
Cash.
cash or card?
The bank cash. Bank cash.
A bank card, Mr. Wade.
Bank card.
Yes, bank card. All right. We have the word bank card or bank account. A bank account. So here in Vietnam, do you have a bank account, Mr. Wade? Do you have
No, no, I don't have.
um, if you say you don't have a Vietnamese bank account, how do you prove your
Yes.
Mr. Wade? Mình nói là mình không có cái gì ta, gọi là cái tài khoản ngân hàng của Việt Nam, thì trong đầu của mấy cái ông cố nội trong sân bay quốc tế nó sẽ bắt đầu nghĩ là nếu mà không có tài khoản ngân hàng ở Việt Nam
Ồ,
chứng minh được tài chính đi Canada.
nên cái số tiết kiệm thì mình nói sao?
Về the saving account, Mr. Way, saving account. Here, do you have a bank, or do you have a Vietnamese bank account, a Vietnamese bank account? Okay. And here you say that you don't have a bank account in Vietnam, but you have a saving account. Saving account được gọi là tài khoản tiết kiệm.
Saving account. Yes.
And that's it. Very good. Very good. All right. So here, Mr. Wang, you work in you will work in Canada. And what about your wife, Mr. What about your wife? How do you contact your wife when you are in Canada? How do you contact your wife when you are in Canada, Mr. Wang? How do you contact your wife when you are in Canada? How do you contact your wife? How do you communicate with your wife? How do you talk with your wife? How do you chat with your wife? Mr. Wade, how do you contact your wife when you are in Canada?
I will I will my wife by phone call.
Oh, you will call your
Uh, video
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 call.
call.
Very nice, all right. You say that you will video call your wife. But here we have like two kinds of calls these days. The first kind is calling by the SIM service, the SIM service, the phone card service. You have to buy a phone card service like 100,000 Việt Nam đồng or 200,000 or 50,000, 50,000 Việt Nam đồng, and you are going to call your wife on the phone. And the second kind of call is calling on a social platform or the social network. So how do you call your wife? Do you call your wife by phone card service or on social platform? Do you call do you call your wife, okay, by phone card service or social platform or social network. So what is it, Mr. Wei?
I think I will call a social platform.
Very nice. So, show me the reason why, okay, you don't choose the phone card service.
Uh, because the social platform for free.
Very nice. Very good. All right. Okay, so here, Mr. Wei, how many hours, how many hours do you fly to Canada? How many hours do you
After stop in Hong Kong, I think uh, I fly 15 15 hours.
Yes. So what about you say that after the stop, after the Hong Kong stop, you were gonna fly for 15 hours to reach Canada. So what about from Vietnam to Canada? From Vietnam to Canada, how many hours do you have to fly, Mr. Wei? From Vietnam, let's calculate the number of hours
Uh,
fly from Vietnam.
I think um, 20 20 hours.
Very nice. Okay, 20 hours. 20 hours. So you were gonna fly okay to Canada for 20 hours. So here we have a question like how many hours do you fly? Or how many hours does it take? How long does it take you? How long does it take you okay, to get from Vietnam to Canada? Or how many hours do you fly? Từ fly là cái từ mà giống như từ drive. Drive là lái xe, còn fly là bay. Bạn bay bao nhiêu tiếng? Thường thì người ta nói thẳng ra trong chuyên ngành bạn bay bao nhiêu tiếng? How many hours do you fly? How many hours? Okay, how many hours do you fly? Còn mà trong học thuật thì nó sẽ dùng dài hơn. Nó sẽ nói theo cái cấu trúc mà trước giờ mình học á. Bạn bay từ nơi này sang nơi kia thì nó sẽ tốn bao nhiêu thời gian. Thì khi mình dùng cái gì mà nó dài dòng là cái đó là gọi là văn từ của học thuật là how long does it okay how long does it take you to okay, fly from Vietnam to okay, to Canada. Và đơn thuần thì bao nhiêu tiếng vậy? How many hours do you fly? Đơn giản là vậy. Hoặc là how long do you fly? That is it. How long do you fly to Canada? How many hours do you fly from Vietnam to Canada? All right, very nice. Okay, Mr. Wei. And here, do you register for any kinds of food with you on the plan, Mr. Wei? Do you register for any kinds of food on the plan with you, Mr. Wei?
Question.
Do you register for any kinds of food service on the plan with you, Mr. Wei? Do you register for any kinds of food service on the plan with you, Mr. Wei? So here, this is the question. Do you register for?
Or uh, my boss register for food uh, food service with for me.
Oh, your boss will register for okay, the food service. Your boss will register for the food service for you. And here, if uh, are you able to okay to have coffee on the plan, Mr. Wei? Are you able to have coffee on the plan? Are you able to have coffee on the plan, Mr. Wei? Are you,
able.
yeah, able? Able means can. Can you have coffee on the plane? Are you able to have okay coffee on the plane, Mr. Wei?
Or I I don't have I don't drink coffee, so I don't need to. I don't need coffee.
Oh, right. You don't drink coffee, so you don't need coffee. Very good, Mr. Wei. And here, okay, um, which transport do you do you choose to travel from Vietnam to Canada? Which transport do you choose to travel from Vietnam to Canada, Mr. Wei? Which transport do you choose to travel from Vietnam to Canada?
Uh, I choose the I choose the air.
Yeah, you choose, okay, you choose the air. Very nice, okay. You said that you choose the air. Okay, yeah, okay, I choose the air to travel from Vietnam to Canada. And the second
Yes.
here is how do you travel from Vietnam to Canada, Mr. Wei? How do you travel from Vietnam to Canada? How do you travel from Vietnam to Canada, Mr. Wei? How do you
I
from Vietnam to
I I fly by the air.
Yeah. Oh, you fly, okay, you fly by air or I go by plane, for example. I go by planes or I fly by air, by air. All right, Mr. Wade. And how do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel about your flight, Mr. Wade? How do you feel about your flight?
Or I I don't fly, so I uh, I don't know.
Oh, you don't fly, you don't know. Very nice, all right. And here, Mr. Wade. Do you bring, okay, what kind of flight ticket do you have? What kind of flight ticket do you have? Do you have a paper-based flight ticket or okay or a file-based or a file-based flight ticket? What kind of flight ticket do you have, Mr. Wei? What kind of flight ticket do you have? So here, Mr. Wei, what kind of flight ticket do you have?
Uh,
What kind of flight ticket do you have? Do you have a paper-based flight ticket or a file-based flight ticket? Paper-based, paper-based of the flight ticket of the flight ticket or a file-based flight ticket, for example, file-based flight ticket. So what kind of flight ticket do you have? Paper.
I have a fly-based flight ticket.
Very nice. Okay, you said that you have a file-based flight ticket. And where do you keep your file-based flight ticket, Mr. Wade? Where do you keep your file-based flight ticket?
I keep uh, on a email.
Very nice. You keep the flight ticket on the email. And if you go to the airport, how do you show get the airport staff your flight ticket, Mr. Wade? If you go to the airport, how do you show the airport staff your flight ticket?
Uh,
If
I
you
am I will so scan scan screen the phone.
you will keep the scanned file on the phone, right? You will keep the file, the scanned file on the phone.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
Okay, very nice. And here, Mr. Wei, do you okay? Do you have will you have all right? Will you bring anything with you on the plan, Mr. Wei? Will you bring anything with you on the plan? Before we count,
Uh,
we need to
uh,
deliver our.
I just bring the bag.
Oh, you just bring a bag with you on the plan. Very nice. You just bring a bag with you on the plan. And here, Mr. Wei, if you okay, if you send your suitcase to the airport, if you send your suitcase to the airport suitcase service, how many how many kilograms of suitcase can you can you send to the airport department, Mr. Wei? How many kilograms of suitcase do you send to the airport department?
I think I don't have anything
You don't
to send the plane.
Oh, you don't have anything, okay, to send to send the plan to send to the airport luggage or the airport suitcase service. Very nice. And here, Mr. Wei, okay, we have the word like how many hours do you fly? How long does it take you? Okay. So here, Mr. Wei, okay, we have another question like this. Why don't you go to Canada by ship? Why don't you go to Canada by ship? But you choose to go to Canada by plane, Mr. Wei. Why don't you go to Canada by ship? But you choose to go to Canada by plane, Mr.
Choose.
Why don't you go to Canada by ship? By ship. This means like by sea transport. We had the word like this. Okay? Why don't why don't you go? Why don't you go to okay, Canada, Canada by ship, but by plane, Mr. Wayne? Where the word ship, the sea transport, sea transport. So why don't you go to Canada by ship, Mr. Wayne?
Oh, I I I choose by plane because plane um, because the plane very fast,
Very nice. Okay,
very fast. More more than more than sh ship.
very nice. Okay, because the plane okay, is very fast, and it is faster than the ship. We should say that the plane is faster than the ship. So here, Mr. Wei, how many hours will you spend on the plane, Mr. Wei? How many hours will you spend on the plane to fly to Canada? Do you remember the number of hours that you are going to spend that you are going to spend sitting on the plane and waiting for your destination? So how many hours do you spend on sitting on the plane? How many hours do you spend on sitting on the plane? Here we have this question, which is the same as number 27.
I know I
Yes.
know uh,
Now you say you know, but what do you know, Mr. Wei? You said that you know, so what do you know? How many hours do you
I know I must I fly uh, how many hour?
yeah, you know how many hours you must fly. So my question here is how many hours do you spend on the plane to fly to
I must I am I I am I stay on a plane uh, uh, 19 hours.
Oh, just yeah. Oh, nice. That's it. You will okay. You will stay on the plane for 19 hours. 19 hours. Wow, that is a lot of time. That is a lot of time. And do you have do you suffer from any kinds of dizziness when you fly to okay when you fly to another country by plane is the way? Do you suffer from any kinds of dizziness when you fly to another country? Do you feel dizzy? Do you feel dizzy? Okay, chống hả? Or do you suffer from mình bị ảnh hưởng bởi suffer from chịu đựng? Do you suffer from any kinds of dizziness, dizzy, dizziness? All right, when you fly, when you fly to Canada, when you fly to another country, Mr. Wade, do you suffer from
Oh,
as of dizziness when you fly to another country?
now, I don't know. Uh, Before I go to uh, uh, Tanzania airport, I
Right?
uh, I will use the plan to buy Liên Khương
Oh,
from Liên Khương to Sài Gòn.
oh. So here, Mr. Wade, I need to know, okay, how you move from Đà Lạt to Saigon. How do you go from Đà Lạt to Saigon? Which transport do you do you choose to move from Đà Lạt to Saigon, Mr. Wade? Which transport?
Uh, I choose the air
Yeah,
to fly from Đà Lạt to Sài Gòn.
very nice. Okay, you choose the air. You choose the air to fly from Đà Lạt to Saigon. To fly from Đà Lạt to Saigon. And how many people in your family will go with you, Mr. Wade? Does your wife go with you to the airport in Saigon?
I uh, I and my wife to fly to Sài Gòn.
Yeah, your wife will fly to Saigon. Your wife will fly to Saigon with you. And Mr. Wade, when after you get on the plane, after you get on the plane and fly, how does your wife, how does your wife um come back come back to Dallas? Which transport does your wife choose to come back to Dallas, Mr. Wade? After you get
I think my wife choose the bus.
very good, all right. You said that your wife will choose the bus. I guess and do you let your parents come to the airport with you, Mr. Wade? Do you let your parents come to the airport with you?
No, my parents don't go with me.
Or your parents don't go to the airport with you? Okay. But can you if if you go to Canada alone like this, do you plan to do you plan to take your wife with you, Mr. Wade? If you
Yes,
like this,
when I live long in Canada, I will check my wife uh, go uh, take my wife with me.
very nice, all right. And here, Mr. Wade, okay. Do you how do you how do you prove? How do you prove? How do you prove your how do you prove your finance? You are gonna live in Canada. So how do you prove your finance, Mr. Wei? You are gonna live in Canada. How do you prove your finance, Mr. Wei?
Ờ,
How do you prove your finance? You have earned, you have achieved the visa in hand. So how do you prove your finance, Mr. Wei? How do you prove your finance?
Finance.
Yes, finance, it means tài chính. How do you prove your finance? We were gonna move to Canada. So how do you prove your finance, Mr. Wei? You can say that, oh, I have a saving account and I can prove my finance by my real estate in Vietnam and by my finance in Vietnam. So here you can start to talk about the way you get to prove your finance. You can prove I can prove my finance. I can prove my finance by my saving, my bank saving account. We have the word bank saving account. I broke my finance by my bank saving account. And we can say something like, I prove my my finance by my real estate, my real estate in Việt Nam. Tôi chứng minh tài chính của tôi bằng cái tài khoản tiết kiệm ngân hàng của tôi, hoặc là tôi chứng minh cái tài chính của tôi bằng nhà cửa của tôi ở tại Việt Nam. Alright.
Stay. Yeah.
Real estate
Stay.
người ta sẽ gọi là bất động sản, hoặc là người ta hay nói về nhà cửa. Thì cách dịch của Việt Nam có hai cách dịch là real estate được gọi là bất động sản, hoặc là real estate được gọi là nhà cửa trong tiếng Anh. Và ở đây thì mình đang có một cái cấu trúc như thế này. Cấu trúc này là nó như thế này. Rồi ở đây mình đang có cái này. Rồi thì đây thì mình đang có một cái câu mà bình thường thôi. Cái câu mà người ta hay hỏi là bạn bạn mất bao lâu để đi từ A đến B. Cũng như là bạn nếu mà mình đang nói về cái trường hợp của mình là mình đang nói về cái chuyến bay, thì mình đang nói về chuyến bay, thì cái câu mà người ta hay hỏi là hôm nay bạn đến sân bay, bạn muốn bay đến đâu và bạn bay bao nhiêu tiếng. Thì cái cách dùng của cái từ bay á là nó dùng trực diện luôn, chứ nó không có đi đường vòng theo cái kiểu mà hỏi là how long does it take you to fly from Vietnam to Canada. Kiểu này hỏi là kiểu mà mình học mà giống như học chi tiết không. Cái câu văn nó phải như vậy, còn cái câu nó vừa đúng ngữ pháp mà nó vừa đúng ngữ cảnh mà nó vừa dùng trong cái chuyên ngành về bay, thì người ta đơn giản hỏi là bạn bay bao nhiêu tiếng, how many hours do you fly, và bạn đi đến cái nước đó bằng cái phương tiện gì. Thì bằng phương tiện gì thì mình dùng duy nhất chữ how, hoặc là mình có thể dùng là phương tiện gì, phương tiện nào được gọi là which transport. Như vậy ở đây mình có thể nói là how do you travel to Canada, how do you travel to Canada, or which transport do you travel, or which transport do you choose to travel to Canada. Như vậy ở đây mình đang dùng là how many hours do you fly, bạn bay bao nhiêu tiếng. Cách hỏi thứ hai là cách hỏi được gọi là văn tự, mà cách hỏi văn tự chỉ khi đi thi người ta mới hỏi thôi, đi thi những cái bằng cấp người ta mới hỏi. Còn mà ở ngoài đời ở tại sân bay hoặc là lên máy bay, bạn này hỏi bạn kia chơi chơi, hỏi qua hỏi lại thì mình ngồi chung hàng thì mình có thể nói oh how many hours do we fly, chúng ta sẽ bay được trong vòng bao nhiêu tiếng. Đó là như vậy. Còn mà hỏi dài dòng để cho mình để nói về bằng cấp là oh how long does it take us to fly from Vietnam to Canada. Đó là cách hỏi dùng dài dòng là dùng how long does it take cái gì đó. Còn dùng chuẩn của chuyên ngành how many hours do we fly from Vietnam to Canada. Rồi cách thứ hai thì anh quay hay thấy cái từ được gọi là by. By là by được gọi là bằng tương tự gì. Thì mình đang có cái từ được gọi là by plane là bằng máy bay. Bằng máy bay. Tôi đi đến Canada bằng máy bay. Thì mình đang nói về phương tiện thì mình sẽ dùng từ by trong tiếng Anh. Còn khi mà mình nói là mình làm cái gì đó trên cái máy bay á, thì mình phải dùng từ on. Mình sẽ dùng từ on. Như vậy nó không phải là lúc nào nói về phương tiện là cũng dùng by. Nói về phương tiện, khi mình nói là mình đi bằng phương tiện gì, mình đi bằng phương tiện gì từ A đến B, thì mình sẽ dùng từ by. Còn mà mình nói rằng ở cái phương tiện, ở trên cái phương tiện đó, hoặc ở kế bên phương tiện đó, hoặc ở dưới phương tiện đó tôi làm cái gì, thì lúc đó mình sẽ dùng từ on. Giống như là tôi ngồi trên xe máy, I sit on the motorbike, đâu ai nói là I sit by the motorbike. Tôi ngồi trên máy bay rồi, và tôi uống cà phê và tôi đợi rồi, và tôi nhìn mây trời. Oh, I sit on the plane and I look at the clouds, alright, and I drink coffee, for example. I have some coffee on the plane. Vậy đối với cái giới từ on với từ by thì mình không có dùng theo cái kiểu mà học thuật mà gọi là giống như mình trung thành với từ by á. Mình cứ nghĩ là by sẽ dùng cho phương tiện, luôn luôn dùng cho phương tiện. Không, trong ngữ cảnh khác nhau. Thì cái khi mà nói về phương tiện thì anh quay dùng từ by, còn mà khi mà nói về là trong cái phương tiện đó mình muốn mình nói làm cái gì, giống như là mình trên máy bay thì tôi ngồi ở hàng ghế thứ nhất, thứ hai, thứ ba, thứ tư, hay là tôi thích ngồi ở trên cửa sổ, tôi thích ngồi gần cửa sổ, tôi thích ngồi gần cửa sổ trên máy bay. Chứ không ai nói là tôi thích ngồi gần cửa sổ bằng máy bay. Tôi đi bằng máy bay nhưng mà tôi ở trên máy bay ok, tôi sẽ ngồi gần cửa sổ. Thì nó tùy vào cái ngữ cảnh người ta mới dùng được từ by hoặc là từ on. Đó là cái sự khác nhau một chút xíu. Rồi ở đây thì Mr. Way cái cày được 33 câu, số 33 thì đây. Alright, Mr. Way. Well, I think that we should stop the class here. Have a nice night, Mr. Wei. See you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Goodbye.
Yes, see you.
See you.
Yes,
Good night, Mr. Wei.
then teacher.
Mr. Wei.